Alright, I need to get the heads pulled off this motor. I want to get it up on that engine stand and have a look at it. And then I probably want to package it up to go in the truck to go down south. All of these heads here, well, not all of them.
Good, you said?
Maybe I should say it this way. All of these heads here are power pack cabs, and I might take a couple of these down south with me. Not all. This is the camshaft that came out of probably the 283. So we're coming to a place where it's all about figuring out how to get things out of the way while I get things that I need. Okay, I've got this engine. I've got this bolted on the back of it. Now this plate was inside of here. We put it really almost rubbing the crankshaft. So I moved the plate to the back side and I wound up having to go buy bolts that fit into here. And I had a broken off bolt down on this gear, so what I did was I got a long bolt and ran past it and stuck a great big bolt and nut on the end of that, and that pretty much seems to hold that. My goal here is to pick this engine up and put it in that engine stand where I can flip it over, and I want to look at the belly of the engine, the underside. What Kevin told me was this was a 4-bolt main with new mains and inserts installed that hadn't been torqued down yet, and I just want to roll it over and look at that and make sure there's no rust on it. And then I want to coat. I notice there's Vaseline here, or grease, so that's good, but I'm going to grease coat and oil coat all of this and then wrap it up for a trip to Georgia so that I can take it down there without it being having rained on it, and rain does bad things to journals and things like that. It's better to keep them dry, just better. So, and the other thing about that, once I get this in the truck and loaded, I can sell this lift. I've got a lift down in Georgia, so I'm not going to need two. And once I get that in there, I can either take this little engine stand here apart or sell it. I'm going to keep this one. I like this one a lot. It's a good stand to put an engine on a roll around dolly like that. I'm getting ahead of myself on all that. Let me get the lift set up, and then we'll reach over and pick that up to see if we can get that set up on the engine stand. Okay, so here's what we have. We don't have a 4-bolt main block. And it makes sense that we wouldn't. I was trying to remember when the 4-bolt mains came out. This is a 69 engine, and I don't think the 4-bolt mains came out until later. I'm sure I can check on that. But even so, if this is, I believe this is like a 69 Camaro engine, and I know that he's put it's got flat top pistons in it and all that fun stuff. So I think what I'm going to do is try to figure out how to package this to go home to Georgia. And I've got a little pan here that I could sit under it in the back of the truck. And what I might do is just squirt oil all over this and just wrap it up in rags, because the rags will soak the oil in and kind of keep oil all around it, and then wrap it up again in some kind of big piece of plastic or garbage bag, shower curtain, something like that, and then drop this up in the front of the truck. And I believe if I manage it right, I can get the rat rod trailer in there so that it will clear this if it's sitting up in the front. And then I've got these two camel hump heads down there, and I'll probably do the same thing with them, wrap them up and squirt oil all over them. And all this stuff has to be taken apart and cleaned up and stuff once I get it down there. But you know, it would be hard to sell a 69 Chevy engine to someone up here and get what it's worth, and they're worth more than you think. And it makes more sense to me, since I'm running a 283 in the rat rod, taking this down there and building it as a backup engine to go in the rat rod, if that 283 ever gives out. Because that was a real shade tree rebuild I did on that thing. I just basically honed it out and put new rings, and I didn't even change the inserts and the mains on it. So yeah, this will give me something to play with down there, and hopefully, since I'm only taking the engine and the block, I can get by without it being too heavy. And then I've got all these extra heads, and this is a 283 back here. It's got those kind of pistons. I would save this, but where I'm moving, I don't want it enough to carry it to Georgia. So I'll see if somebody up here will want that. So that's how we go. That's how we roll. I think that's good enough. And I may just stand back from this for a moment or two and think about it. I may wind up making a trip to Georgia sooner than expected, because that trailer's getting close to full, and I could probably get a load in the truck right now. I'm not sure what I'm going to do next. So with that, I'll stop here. What I might do next is go bigger wheels and tires on that trailer. I've been thinking about doing that too, just to make it stronger for the long trip down there. I've got some wheels and tires that I think are better than either the ones I ran it up here on, or the trailer wheels and tires down nowadays. So, let me think about this and think about what to do next. So y'all just hold that thought, and we'll be back at you in a little while. Love you. Bye. So here's what I think I'm gonna do. I get this engine and those heads ready, and I'll take the rest of these engines and set them out here and give them away or sell them. Then that opens up this whole back part. And then I can take this couch that I got out here, and I can roll it back there, And then I can pull the nose of my truck in here and do the brake job I need to do on it. I noticed some of the legs on that couch are looking a little twisty. But I don't think there's nothing I can do about that. Just hope they don't fold up under it. If they do, I'll find another way to take care of it. I'm beginning to wonder about that place in Texas, whether they're ever going to move on this thing. So I just put it up for sale. And we'll let whoever pays the most for it get it. Anyway. And I got some tires to change here, but I don't think I'll do that right now. I think what I'll do instead is keep going and packaging up. Keep packaging up this engine. And maybe even get it right up on the truck. And then I'll know what I'd have to work with to get the trailer in there on top of it. And then I can clean up this oil here and put something down and roll that couch back in here. That might be my best plan right there. Sure enough, might be.